Hi there, it's Talkin really Andy Wright here, and I just want to say a big thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, then click the button and click the bell as well for notifications. And if you can also flip the thumbs up button, it does help. And if you can also, one more thing, share the channel link and any videos that you like. Hello, good morning to you and welcome, Talking Really. And of course, we're not surprised when we hear the DWP are wasting money. But this story was out today in the Independent, and it says that there's £120 million of taxpayers' money has been spent by the DWP in the last 2 years fighting disability claims that they lose 75% of the time. It's another story. It's actually officially now between the years 2017 and 2019. New data has been revealed. The cost of administrating the appeals and soared by 39%. So in the Independent, the story is this. Government spending 120 million of taxpayers' money, wasting money. So the government spent more than 120 million last 2 years fighting the benefit claims that people make when they're refused, despite losing 75% of them. Data shows that the DWP shelled out the 61 million on staff costs for the appeals process, and up from 44 million 2 years before that. Over the same period, the number of claims for the benefits known as PIP, Personal Independent Payment, and ESA, Employment Support Allowance, increased by 13%, indicating that a rise in costs is far greater than the increase in applications. Claimants obviously go through initial internal appeal with the DWP, which is called a mandatory reconsideration. So if they feel that they've not been justified, they can appeal to the DWP, and then they will turn around and say,
computer says no.
This is obviously the process that they want you to do, so they can take, before you can take it to tribunal, you obviously have to go through this, so they can challenge the case. The latest figures show that 76% of PIP and 75% of ESA mandatory reconsiderations, 76% of PIP and 75% of ESA are overturned in favour of the claimant. Labour MP Stephen Timms, chairman of the Works and Pensions Committee, told the Independent that DWP's continuing failure to make proper, correct decisions was having a devastating impact on disabled people at a staggering cost to the taxpayer. Rather than fighting these cases at tribunal, knowing it's likely to lose, the department could save itself a lot of money and effort by simply paying disabled people the benefit that they're entitled to in the first place. Well, we all know why they're doing it. It's basically to torture people, to punish people, to make sure that people who are disabled and not very healthy have basically the worst time ever, worrying about money and being deprived of what they're entitled to claim. Campaigners said it was alarming that this amount of money was being spent on appeals for a process riddled with routine inaccuracies. It was leaving disabled people facing agonising delays to get vital support. This data was obtained through a Freedom of Information, FOI, showing that DWP spent 121 million between 2017-18 and 2018-19, with 58 million of that spent on mandatory reconsiderations and 63 million spent on tribunal appeals. When broken down annually over 3 years, it shows that the amount spent on mandatory reconsiderations increased by 19% between 16 and 19. That's 3 years. And the cost of tribunals surged by 64%. We're going to get on to the best bit, which is a quote from the DWP, and this is typical. It says, ESA and PIP complaints have dropped by a quarter in the last 2 years, indicating increased satisfaction with our services. I got to laugh at that. It's really funny. I don't know how they can think these demented thoughts, but hey, whatever. We are committed to helping people get the support they are entitled to. Decisions are made based on all the evidence we receive at the time, but if someone disagrees, they can appeal and provide further evidence through a mandatory reconsideration. Yeah, right. So there we go. So that's the story today. It is very typical and not very surprising. Have a good day. Don't worry and keep safe, and catch you next time. Bye for now.